Wife of 7 years cheated on me. Now everyone in my circle, friends, her parents and my parents are suggesting me to take her back. Don't know what to do. I met my wife 10 years ago, we both were in college, dated for 3 years, and married for 7. She is beautiful and amazing person and everyone in my family loves her. 4 months ago, I found out my wife was having an affair with a mutual friend of ours. It was a 1.5-month affair. She was acting very shady at that time. She would ignore my messages, turn me down every time I tried to initiate sex. I thought something was wrong. I did snooping, but found nothing. Eventually I hired a PI. Within 1 week I got proofs. She was having an affair with our mutual friend. I immediately confronted her. She confessed having an affair. Immediately she started crying, begging. Basically all classic cheater moves when they are caught. I asked her for all details, with detailed timeline. At night gave me everything. Basically she was using another phone for having an affair. She told me she had sex with him only 4 times and rest of time they were just hanging out and having fun. 3 days later, more crying and talking crap about herself. She told me that she had deleted all contracts with him and do whatever it takes to make our marriage work. She suggested MC. I denied, told her to leave me alone. I was hurt, betrayed, humiliated. She moved out to her parents. She started texting me every hour how much she loves me and how she regrets this, and will do anything to save our marriage. After completely ignoring her for 2 days, I texted her that we are getting divorced. She freaked out and started having emotions breakdown. My phone started blowing up with her parents, sister, friends telling me not to end marriage and at least give her a chance. Later that day, she made a long post on FB explaining how she fucked up and how she has destroyed her marriage, basically admitting her affair publicly. But I was rock solid on my decision. She even insisted to have a lie detector test to clear my doubts, that she never cheated in the past. Blah blah blah. I asked her for some time alone to process all this. We have been living separate since. This was all 4 months ago. Last week I asked her for divorce and she started crying, begging for another chance. After that she visited my parents and asked them to convince me not to divorce. Last night my parents and her parents tried to convince me to work things out. And after she made her FB post, almost all of our mutual friends were telling me how she was brave to admit her affair and that she loves me and I should at least give her a chance. I'm on an edge of having a breakdown. She is truly remorseful and regrets this, I can assure you this. I do love her and her cheating on me hurts the most. I don't know what to do. Anyone who has reconciled, how are things going on? Small update, first of thanks to each and every one of you, the amount of support I got in last 15 hours was unbelievable. I'm sorry I couldn't reply to your comments, and PM I'm trying to answer some common questions. We don't have kids, we were planning to have kids after this pandemic was over. We both own a business and we work together. I haven't talked to her in almost 3 months, only business-related stuff. Here's the update. After reading all your comment and PMs I decided, talk to my parents. I called and told them that I was going for divorce. After an hour later she called me crying, not to end it. And told me to at least meet her in person. Since the day I haven't seen her or talked about affair. Every time I talked I ignored the talk about affair. She told me she'll explain everything, at least hear her side of story, and after hearing it whatever decision I'll take she'll respect that. Since I don't know what was going on and don't have much information about the affair, it will be like closure to me. So I've decided to meet her on Sunday. That's it, nothing dramatic. I'm 30/M, walked in on wife, 28/F, cheating wife her gay friend. I have been married to my wife for 3 years. We have a 1-year-old child. I have always been faithful, and up until yesterday, I thought my wife was faithful as well. I am an engineer and sometimes I work on different ships. When that happens, sometimes I would be gone for weeks. I did stay in contact with my wife via video chat. She never showed any signs that she was unhappy. In the last year, she started being friends with this gay coworker. He would sometimes come by the house on the weekend to visit and they would go shopping. He even brought his boyfriend once. So, I was not prepared for what I saw when I came home earlier than expected yesterday, due to the work been done earlier than anticipated. I got home around 9 p.m., and the first thing I noticed was that her friend's car was parked in the driveway. I got out of the car and walked into a dark living room. No one was anywhere in sight. I checked upstairs, in my son's room. He wasn't there in his crib. I checked almost everywhere, and still no sign of my wife or her friend. However, my heart was not ready for what I saw when I went down to the basement. My wife was on the bed, on her back, and her gay friend was having sex with her. I got heated, but was able to restrain from hitting him. He picked up his clothes and ran out of the house. I asked her, "Where's our son?" She took him to her mom's house so she and her friend can sex. I want a divorce, but I have put so much into our marriage. She cried all night, saying how sorry she was about what happened. She said she was lonely and things happened. What should I do? I'm a 23M. My 23F girlfriend admitted she had sex with someone. For context, my now girlfriend and I live together and have a beautiful daughter who just turned 4 months. We've been together for just over a year and everything moved on fast. We meet at a bar and from that day on we were inseparable. The next day we went on a date and the next and so on and so forth. We've had a bunch of ups and downs and here we are. Which brings me to the topic of the day. A big part of our relationship has been to not cheat. Everything moved so fast and most of our relationship was my GFS pregnancy. Just as a timeline, we meet on June 16th, started dating July 8th, and found out we were pregnant October 7th. We'd always been open about our past sexual encounters and all. Which brings me to a man named John, not his real name. John and my GF meet months before we did and they had sex, which she told me about. Now today, she tells me that on July 4th, one of the handful of days we weren't together, they had sex again, while she told me she was going to a bar with her friend, which she did, and made her way to his house. The next morning, she told me that she slept at said friend's house, 'cause she was too drunk. She tells me she doesn't even remember what happened, but was texted me the whole night and snapping, then just stopped. Looking back now, she knew what she was doing. This broke me and my world. She hid this for a year and it's bothering me a lot. The fact that she hid it and lied every time we've talking and we've asked each other if we've ever cheated since we meet like a lot. It's kinda toxic to the point, but she always said no. She would accuse me of cheating and I've never cheated on her. Since the day we meet, I haven't touched another woman. She said that YK, it is what it is, it's in the past, we have a kid now, and I should let go and leave it, but I don't know, the anger is just brewing inside of me, which leads me here. What can I do, or what should I do, so my baby girl gets the life she deserves? Enjoyed the stories? Like and subscribe for more. Click this for spicy stories.